All right, so here we are with section 8, preparing clients' books. And the 4 topics we'll cover here is accounting tools, reclassifying transactions, preparing for taxes, and end of period process, closing procedures. So accountant tools. What are the accountant tools in QBO? They are reclassifying transactions, report options, write-off invoices, prep for taxes, and ProConnect Tax Online. Now, they might form the question in which of the following are accountant tools? And they might pick 2, 3, or 4 of them and have other options that do not fall under accountant tools. So you're going to want to have all these 5 written down and select the ones that apply. You can find the link to the voided deleted transactions tool by selecting the blank, and that would be accountant toolbox. You can also close books. So let's look at these options. So I just wanted to bring up my QBOA account so that you can see. So right up here on the top, you see where it says accountant tools. I'm going to open this up. So the tools under the accountant options are reclassify transactions, report options, write-off invoices, prep for tax, and ProConnect Tax Online. That was the first question. The other options you have here are going directly to your chart of accounts, journal entries to reconcile, looking at reports, looking at voided, deleted transactions, closed books, and opening up a new window. Reclassifying transactions. Which accountant-only tool allows for categorizing a couple of transactions or a large batch of transactions in only a few clicks? That would be reclassifying transactions. Where would you go to review your client's expense accounts to see if any transactions have been miscategorized? You would go to the reclassifying transactions in the accountant toolbox. In the reclassifying transaction screen, which 2 elements of a transaction can be reclassified? That would be accounts and classes. What are the account type selections under reclassifying transactions? The 2 selections there are profit and loss and balance sheet. Run under there, they also ask you if you do your accounting on accrual or cash basis. Just threw that in there. It's never been a question, but just threw it in there for your own information. Prep for taxes. What reason would a bookkeeper use the Prep for Taxes tool to ready their clients' books for their tax return? Well, there's 3 reasons here. Ensure the balance sheet accounts have been reconciled to a supporting document, making notes to remind them of important details of an account balance, and make and approve adjusting entries. How can you change the type of tax report, the tax return selected for a company in the Prep for Tax tools? Select the tax mapping tab, select the pencil icon next to the tax form name, select the new tax form from the list, and click Save. Once the Prep for Taxes screen has been reviewed and the data is ready to hand off to the tax preparer, which 3 tax options are available? Create new return, update an existing return, or export CSV file. So the last I end you with in this exam are your closing procedures. So we start off with the closing date. What 2 options can you use to navigate from your client's QBO account to find the exceptions of closing date report? So you'd have to go to Accountant Toolbox, Accountant Reports, and For My Accountant. Or you can go to Report Center and For My Accountant. Taking care of year-end payroll and contractor reports is a key task when preparing for year-end. Which of the 2 forms below would you need to have been sent? You need to send out your W-2s for all employees and your 1099s for subcontractors. Is it possible for a client to change transactions in a QuickBooks Online company if the books have been closed with the closing date password? If so, how would you track any changes to transactions within the closed period? Well, yes, it is possible, but only if that person knows the password and the changes are then flagged in an exception to closing date report. Again, you would need the password, and that would be given to you by your QBOA user. When should an account user use the write-off tool? When a client has outstanding invoices that will not be paid. So for example, if a client out of business, or the time has eluded and you know that they're just never going to pay it, you're just going to write it off at that point. So here's an example of one. So Joe's Pizza has gone out of business. What are the steps to writing off this customer's invoices? Select the accountant toolbox icon, choose write off invoices, select the date range, and then select the checkbox on the left next to each invoice that applies. And that's it. Thank you very much. That concludes all the sections for this particular exam, and I will be starting the advanced one soon. Good luck.